What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a very special episode of The Co-op Bros. I'm your host, Gabe Gabicus, one half of the Bros. This episode is special for two reasons. One, you get to see our faces for the first time since year one of the channel. But two, you also get to meet the dudes that make up the Co-op Bros and help us beat all these games that we review for you. So I thought we'd start off with a little roll call. Up first is the Tasty Donut himself, board game aficionado and self-taught dungeon master, my very good friend, Mr. Jacob Perlow. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing great. I've been told I can't select League of Legends as my first pick, so I don't really know what I'm here for.
I'm sure you'll come up with something. All right, so we have up next our alien killing machine, the Garrett Grantham, and arguably the best looking man here, Garrett Grantham. What's good, Garrett?
What's good, guys? Appreciate it.
I mean, look at him. I mean, we agree he's the best looking man.
What an uncomfortable way to introduce someone.
I know.
Sorry.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Nothing at all,
agree.
Gary. Just look pretty.
Next up is our rock climbing former Twitch star, aka our account, taking names and beating games. It's Christian Weeks. What's up, Christian?
Thanks, guys. I'm looking forward to this. For the fans, I'm probably going to pick Windjammers 2 as my number one overall. Pretty sure.
Not surprised. Not surprised in the slightest. And last but not least, the other half of the Co-op Bros, our Nintendo fanboy and diehard Bucks fan, as you can clearly see, and Brady's dad, my best friend, Andrew Vore. Why don't you tell the good people what we're doing here today, bro?
What if the viewer thinks that you're referring to Tom Brady? That's confusing. That's confusing. All right.
I agree.
I'm also a little bit worried about wearing this Brady jersey because this video might come out after the next playoff game when they could be eliminated, and that'll be embarrassing.
Or
it's
after
my
this is
job.
his kid again on the mouth again, you know?
Pop it off. Do the video shirtless.
That's it. I'm taking it off. All right, here we go. So I get to explain the rules. So you got to give me a minute. I got them all typed up right here for you guys. We're going to start with a randomized order, which is no longer random because we know what it is. We got Gabe at the top. He's Naughty Punch Games. We got Garrett. We got Garrett, not Gator, with CD Projekt Get Wrecked. We got Christian with Ubi Hard. We got me with Nintendo Bros. And finally, Jake is Activism Blizzard.
Good names.
Very relevant, Jake. Very relevant. Now,
Very relevant
it's
today.
a 7-round draft. It's a 7-round snake draft. Snake draft.
Nice.
Tickle the old ears. Which means, as a snake draft, it just means if you're at the end of a round, you will start the next round. Now, to score the whole thing, a game score is based off of its score from open. Oh my gosh, my headset dying. Oh my gosh, you've got to be joking, right? A game score is based on its score from OpenCritic. Oh my gosh, turn off the freaking notifications. You jump of a man. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. A game score is based on its score from OpenCritic.com, not IGN, not GameSpot, and certainly not Polygon because they suck, only OpenCritic. You will gain or lose points based upon how well your game reviews. Only critic reviews are taken into account here, so no review bombs from user scores. For every point above a 70 on OpenCritic, your game gets you 1 point. For every point below 70, you lose 1 point. If a game doesn't release in the year you are playing, you get 0 points. So if a game gets delayed, then you get 0 points. If a game scores above a 90, every point above a 90 is worth 2 points. So if a game gets a 94, you get 20 points for the 70 through 90, and then 8 points for the 90 through 94 for a total of 28 points for the total 94. On the opposite spectrum, if a game sucks, this is what happens. Each point from 60 through 70 loses you 1 point, but every 10-point range below that, but for every 10-point range below that, each point is worth half of the range above it. So basically, you can't lose more than 20 points, no matter how bad it is, even if it's Balan Wonderland 2, Back from the Grave. That would be a great subtitle for that game. I know that all sounds complicated, but we're pretty sure the website just does it all for us, so we'll be fine. Throughout the year, you're going to have to get more games. We're only drafting 7 tonight, but you're going to have 15 total. So we have a $100 budget that you can use to bid on games throughout the year. Now, you have to bid at least $1 on each game you bid on, and if you eventually run out of money, then you can't bid on anything anymore, so you got to be careful with how you budget out the games. You can drop 3 games throughout the year. 2 of those games have to be games that have been confirmed to be delayed for 2023, and then one of those games can just be a game that you just don't think is going to work out anymore, so you drop it. This is where things get spicy. This is the counter picks. After everyone has drafted their roster of games, the players will draft their counter picks. A counter pick is a game from someone else's roster, but instead of getting points for it, you lose points for it. So the goal is to choose a game from someone else's team that you think will be bad, or one that you think won't be released. So if I think that Christian got Balan's Wonderland 2 back from the grave, and I think that's a bad pick, I'm going to go for that as my counter pick. Now, extra spicy, this is a Co-op Bros only rule, is let's say that Christian gets Balan Wonderland 2. And he finds out that it's delayed to 2023, but that was my counter pick. He can't drop it. He's stuck with it for the whole year. So it's almost a defensive move where your defense is your best offense. And that's it. That is Fantasy Critic 2022 League, the Co-op Bros edition.
Let us begin.
Let us begin. I'm going to press... Oh, actually, it's already started. And first up is Gabe, Naughty Punch Games. Gabe, what is the first pick of the 2022 draft?
All right, boys. This should not be a surprise to anybody, but I'm a big From Software fan. And we know there's a little game called Elden Ring just around the corner.
Oh.
So I kind of have to go with Elden Ring.
Excellent
That's it.
selection. I'm adding the game to the publisher. I think that is probably the most obvious first pick possible, so way to not surprise us.
I don't know. I think open world game from Software's first venture into it, not a good pick. Definitely gonna bomb. I'm really excited to play it, even though it's gonna be so bad.
Bad game. Bad pick.
I think Miyazaki is washed up at this point. I think he's past his prime. He's past his prime. He's put out too many good games.
He's selling out.
He's selling
Game
out
of Thrones, he's selling out.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Up next is CD Projekt Wrecked. I want to say CD Projekt Get Wrecked, but it's fine. Gotta go
You
with
can
what
if
it's
you
called.
want.
Garrett. I'm sorry. I can't mess with your name. I won't. Garrett, what do you got for pick number 2 of the draft?
Right. I'm gonna go with the game that is a sequel to a game I'm actually not a big fan of, but is widely successful. I think I can be confident that the second will be successful. I'm gonna go with Horizon Forbidden West.
Ooh, I love the hot take as he makes the pick. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm also
gets
not
me
the
off
biggest fan of that game. But I think
Early
it's a great
start,
pick.
no doubt, man.
Yeah, we got a couple haters of Horizon here, actually, Andrew.
Haters
Everyone
is a
but
strong
you
word.
and I. Yeah, okay. The tasteful dislikers.
Yeah.
Tasteful dislike. I'm a very slow, smooth-brained individual. It's just too much thinking. I can't handle
Too
it.
many
I really
dinosaurs. Listen, too many dinosaurs for Garrett. That's it.
can't. Yeah, too
I'm
many,
gonna blame him.
too many arrows.
He didn't like killing the gator dinosaur. He was like, "Why are you making me do this?"
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Just a really big Gator fan. All right, next up in our draft with the third pick overall is UB Christian.
Yeah, this is a tough choice for me. I was really thinking about Cuphead, but I think
Yeah.
I'm not going to go for that because I think there's some bigger releases coming out this year. One that I'm actually really excited about, and I'm happy to have it on my list. I think my list strategy going forward is mostly to put games on it that I personally believe I'm going to enjoy, so very against what Garrett's doing. And I think I'm going to have to go with... would be God of War Ragnarok, my friends. Yes, sir. I believe it's coming out this year, and it's a good pick for me.
That's
a
awesome.
fantastic pick.
Yeah, fantastic pick. Respect.
I just
Ubi
typed
Heart
in-
starting strong.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to come out too because I think that's obviously their fall release, and I would be super surprised if Sony's like, yeah, we've got Horizon. And that's it. I don't think that they would just leave the fall totally empty without God of War. So I do think that's a fantastic pick.
The people want it. They
need
need
And
People
that
do
leaves me, your boy. It has been set up so perfectly. I'm the Nintendo bro. What's still left on the list? You guessed it. It is Breath of the Wild 2. He's going for the slam freaking dunk, and he's gonna
Absolutely not.
That's not coming out this year. There's
Yes,
no
it
way.
is coming out this year.
Counterpick.
Oh my gosh.
Counterpick.
You really? Okay, wait,
That's
let's
a
have a quick conversation
counterpick
before I
first
wrestle.
year.
Do you guys honestly think
Discussion.
it's not coming out this year? Do you really don't think
I think there's a high chance that it doesn't come out this year.
I think if anything,
think
it's
that-
holiday.
I think that Nintendo doesn't give a crap about delaying games. They literally will. I'm Bayonetta 3. My God. Also,
Metroid Prime
maybe
4.
that's maybe on my list.
Shh, don't
Spoiler alert.
reveal my pick.
I think there's about a 50. I think it's 50-50 for me.
Yeah, I think
I
it's very 50-50.
I actually do. I'm coming off confident, but I do think it'd be really easy for them to delay it to March because that's when Breath of the Wild came out to begin with. I think they kind of like that whole repeat, and it'd just be so easy to just be like, oh, that just comes out in March, and I'm sure they have another holiday game. That's the thing is, what's the other holiday game for Nintendo? And obviously they have games they haven't announced yet. But I'm sure right now in their calendar plans is for Breath of the Wild to be that November game. And so I don't know. I'm just betting on that.
No, it's Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, really?
That's
All right. So there we go. I did it. Breath of the Wild 2. And I'm the Nintendo. Nintendo bro. Now.
Yeah, I feel like that you got to do it for. You got to stay true to yourself, bro.
You
right,
gotta keep it.
Got to be who I am.
Whatever Uncle Bowser tells you.
Yeah, whatever old Uncle Doug Bowser tells me. All right, Jake, here we go. To end the first round, we have Jake, Activism Blizzard.
With the back-to-back picks, I feel like I've got some good options open.
Yeah,
think-
dude, I love a good...
Yeah. In no particular order, I think I'm gonna have to take a DLC for one of my favorite games of last year. I'm gonna take the Monster Hunter Rise expansion.
Oh,
baby! That was up there for me.
It's a good game, and the expansion looks dope.
Yeah, no, that's sick.
Good pick.
Respect. Good
I
pick.
honestly, I don't know if it's a first round pick in my mind, but I think it's a good pick.
It's got like a 90, like the game has a 90 on Open Critic, I think.
Yeah.
Dang.
And
Sunbreak
Pretty
and-
wild.
Get another 90 at least.
Yeah.
I agree. That's gonna
I
be an
think-
85 minimum.
I think in my mind, when you think of Iceborne, you have that precedent already, and so yeah,
Iceborne
I
is-
feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, and it's
Snakes back to me. I'm gonna go with another DLC for another game I really liked. I'm gonna go Cuphead.
Well,
Dang it.
Dang.
yeah, man.
The DLC boy.
I'm picking
That's
two
crazy.
DLCs right off the bat. I think people haven't played Cuphead in a while. People like me are raring to get back into Cuphead, and
Yep.
the animations still look as crisp as they did in the original game. So
Yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Respect.
It was honestly between Cuphead and God of War for me.
Yeah, no, those are solid picks. Plus, they're DLC, so you know you can count on them. You know that they're already great games that are being made better. So good strat.
that's the strategy.
Okay, so it comes to me now, and I can keep going with spicy picks, like Hollow Knight Silk Song, but that would be terrible.
You want a list full of games that aren't coming out this year. That's what
I just want to shoot for the stars at this point.
Starfield. Oh,
To the
shoot
moon.
for the stars.
To the
Bayonetta
moon.
3, Hollow Knight Silk Song, shoot, what's the other game?
Sonic
Metroid
Frontiers.
Prime 4, Sonic Frontiers. No. I actually think what I'm gonna go with now, this might fly under the radar. I don't know. I mean, you guys might know what I'm talking about here, but this is a for sure coming out this year, coming out pretty soon here. I previewed really well. I'm personally gonna want to play it. It's a little game called Sifu.
That's cool. I like that
I
pick.
see, you see, we all see. It's a little risky
Yeah, I want to
because
play that game.
it's got nothing to go off if there's no games in the series, but I think it looks really good. I think it'll review really well, and I like that I have a guaranteed game coming out early on, so that kind of gives me a lead early in the year because I think that'll be the first game. I think that'll be the first game that will probably in our draft get reviewed, if I had to guess, just because it's coming
So
out
far.
early February. Right. So,
Yeah.
there you go. There you have it. And that puts us at Ubi Hard. Christian, what's your second pick?
Guys, I am looking forward to this game. It's the first, and if I'm not incorrect, the first 3D game in this series. Long-standing, guys. Long-standing. Yes, 3D graphics, sure, but actually three-dimensional gameplay. I'm pretty sure this is the only one in existence.
Oh, I don't think you're going to do this to
Coming
me.
out. I'm going to do this to the Nintendo.
No.
My pick is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, boys.
Dude, that's a dirty pick. I was seriously
nice
going to pick it, but I thought you guys would all make fun of me for picking
No,
Kirby.
I-
You're like,
No, respect.
I was picking it on the way back around.
Yeah, same.
It's innovative.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a cute
I
pink
think-
ball.
I think the trailer got. When I watched the trailer, I was like, "Oh crap!" Like,
Yeah, no,
this
that
is
last
this is
trailer-
exciting.
Yeah. that last
Nintendo
trailer
games
was
are
awesome.
safe picks.
Yeah.
80s minimum.
Yeah. I do think
True.
I'd be surprised if this was below 80. Actually, when I saw that last trailer, I texted Gabe and I was like, wouldn't it be so amazing if at the end of the year we're talking about Kirby as like a game of the year contender? That would just
It's true.
in the same year we're like,
It
maybe
looks like
God of War
Kirby
comes
Odyssey.
out, maybe Breath of the Wild 2
Yeah.
comes out, Horizon, Elden Ring, and it's like Kirby. That would just be
Yeah.
that would be amazing. I'd be
And
so
I'm right,
happy.
right? Like, there's the only other 3D graphical one. was
Crystal Star, you
Star.
could like run around in a circle, but it was like a 2D.
Right.
The thing
Circle.
rotated.
I'm gonna have to correct you with Kirby
Yeah,
Air
please.
Ride. Kirby Air Ride.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. That's the main line.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. All right.
What
Good
was
job.
the game?
I love that pick.
The Kirby game that you like tilted the Game Boy.
Oh, Kirby Pinball. Is that
Moving
right?
around pinball kind
no,
of?
it's Dream Course.
Yeah. Kirby's
Yeah,
Crystal
somewhere.
Caverns.
No, Crystal
Oh,
Caverns was
yeah.
in 64.
It was a handheld.
I don't know.
For
I
sure.
can't. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I keep thinking Canvas
It's
Curse
Kirby's
in my mind,
Dream
but that's
Course.
DS. Kirby's Dream Course.
Yep.
Was that 3D?
I mean, it was isometric 2D.
Yeah. Well, it was
Yeah,
probably not
I think I'm
anime.
good.
You're good, buddy. You made a great take.
Thank you.
All right, we got CD Project Get Wrecked. Garrett is up with his second pick. What do you got for us, Garrett?
Man, there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones.
There's
but
still a
I
lot of good
don't
games.
know-
There's still a lot of good games left on the field.
Yes. I don't know if I can guarantee that they'll come out. I'm not ready to get really risky yet. I'm gonna go with something I've played and I actually enjoyed, and is also a sequel. Dying Light 2: Stay Human.
Ooh. Actually, this makes me a little worried for you here, Garrett. Dying Light got an Open Critic score of 74. So,
Oof.
yikes.
Oh.
We'll have to see.
Hey,
But
maybe
who knows?
they'll-
Maybe they'll.
maybe
Not that bad though. That's still positive. That's still points.
Positive?
And that's also a game that initially probably reviewed poorly, but the support was so strong. I just finished playing that game this year with a friend, and we were like, and the DLC like came out while we were playing it, and I was like, what? How is this game still receiving updates?
Yeah.
All right, Gabe,
All right,
go
so
ahead
it's me.
with the next pick. And you do get
All
to.
right, boys. So earlier last year, actually, I guess a couple months ago. Yeah, only a couple months ago in November. I joined the Xbox family for the first time. You can see
an
it
X-
right here. Maybe it's cropped out of the video, but it's all right. It's
for
my
sure.
little it's my little Xbox Series X.
Series S.
And Series S, never mind. Because of that, I'm gonna go with my first pick for Starfield.
Wow.
Oh, there's so many good counter picks.
Counterpick.
Okay, well, let's talk
think-
about it. Why do you think for sure it's going to come out, Gabe? Or you might not think for sure, but why do you think it is going to come out, Gabe?
I think that, maybe we haven't seen as much as we'd like for this game, but I think they gave themselves a really good, release date. They were like, we're going to push this 11/11. Gives them plenty of time to finesse the game, make it great. And also, this thing's been in development for a while. So I feel like, that's been in development for a while. They've given themselves a lot of time. I think they're going to show some really great gameplay throughout the year and stick to that release date. Plus, I think they got a lot riding on this after
They do have a lot riding on it. Yeah.
After Fallout 76, and also this is the first game after their acquisition was Microsoft. Like, they got a lot riding on this, so I think it's gonna be dope. I like it. I like, from what I've seen so far, it's cool. I like the concept art. I like the sort of vibe on it, so I think it's gonna be pretty dope. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think I might be the biggest Starfield hater, and I think it's gonna be Cyberpunk. It's gonna be a Cyberpunk. They're gonna
As in it's gonna come out and be buggy.
they're gonna stick to their release date. They're not gonna push it back again. I think it will come out this year, and it'll be an unfinished game on release.
That is definitely. I definitely think that is. I'm taking that chance because I
didn't
agree
think
with
of it from that perspective. That's an interesting perspective.
No,
I
agree
believe
with
in you, Gabe. I think it's coming out. Sorry, I believe in you, Gabe. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's the new Mass Effect series in 2023.
Risky pick.
Massive. Whoa.
For my second pick, it's gonna be another new franchise, and this one's actually coming out a lot sooner.
I think I know
I'm
what you're
gonna
gonna
go with a little indie game called Tunic.
Oh,
good pick.
That was on my list. That one.
I did
So
not.
that's
I
coming
thought you
out
were
in
gonna say
March.
Forspoken. Wow.
No, that's
Sick.
coming out in March, and it's
Sick
another
pick.
Xbox game. So I gotta give some love to my ad spots. You know, I got my PS5, got my ad spots. Gotta spread the love around.
Wow, dude, I'm really surprised.
I'm jealous of the Tunic pick. That was on my list.
Still lots out
Yeah.
there, guys. Still lots out there.
I would say, just going back to the Starfield thing, Microsoft has nothing for the holiday right now that I can think of off the top of my head right now. I don't think they have anything for the holiday, so I do think they have to get that out this year. But I never thought of it from Jake's perspective of they have to get it out.
They have to get it
maybe
out.
Maybe that's a bad part of it. So.
And it's in
No,
development
it's true.
now.
And they know they're known for kind of putting out buggy ass games. So
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Very interesting. It could. I feel like that's what you call a high ceiling. A little fancy football term for all you guys out there. High ceiling means that it could be as high as it gets, but it also could go really low. All right, with that said, CD Projekt Get Wrecked. We got Garrett with his third pick. What do you got for us, Garrett?
Total War Warhammer.
Oh, that's a good pick.
good pick. I think that's a great pick because the people who like that game are gonna review it very well. Like, people who play those games love them.
Okay, well, quick question, Garrett. Have you played any Total War Hammer games?
I played a little bit of Total War Warhammer 2. Enjoyed myself. It's a lot, but I think it'll review well. That's what makes it. So,
Yeah, I think that will review well. I'm in the same. All right. You be hard, Christian. What do you got for your third pick?
Guys, I don't know much about this game, but the trailer alone enthralled me. So I'm going to go with my third pick. Overall is going to be Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ooh, good
Ooh.
pick. Dude, I'm loving these picks. Yeah.
Okay.
These are some hot picks. Respect.
Was so scared you were gonna pick my next pick.
Ooh, now I want to pick it. Now I want to pick your next pick. Ooh.
You're not picking it. I don't think you're picking it.
No, I don't think I am either. Yeah, Ghostwire looks good. I don't know much about it either, but I think it looks good. Isn't it a PlayStation exclusive? Or
It
am
is
I
a
wrong?
timed PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that I think is going to sneak up on people. Not my kind of game because it's too scary, but
Who develops that game?
I'll look it up for you.
Is you said Ghostwire Tokyo? Yeah, that's
Yes,
that's
Ghostwire
a
Tokyo.
game actually.
Looks good.
No, it's published by Bethesda. It's developed by Tango Gameworks. Interesting. I don't know what they've done before. Never heard of them. They did The Evil Within 2, which is actually like a pretty decent horror game. So
They did Evil Within and Evil Within 2, and this is their next game after that.
that's kind of cool. I like that. And those games are like pretty well received. So they know horror.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing it.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm putting my chips on the table. I'm believing in my boys at Nintendo. They can't possibly miss
Come on,
both
man.
Breath of the Wild
You got
2
this.
and Bayonetta 3 in the same year. They can't not release
wow.
both of those. That would
Dang,
drive
that is-
people insane. And Bayonetta 3, while I do not play the Bayonetta games, I don't think I ever will. I'm not a big fan of that kind of genre. It's going to review well. I think it's a banger if it comes out. So I'm going for it. Bayonetta 3.
Love it.
Jake, did I ruin?
You
your-
did not. I'm happy.
All right.
As there was a theme with my first 2 picks, I think there's going to be a theme with my next 2 picks. It's the indie round for me.
I like that.
Ooh.
And so with the first indie, we're going with a genre I've come to really, really like recently, Metroidvanias, and I'm picking Have a Nice Death.
Oh, that game looks really good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like that
I
can
think-
be.
Maybe underhyped, but I think it's going to way over deliver.
It doesn't have
I've seen people talk about that game.
yet, but yeah, I think it's coming out this year. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Yeah, that
Last
looks.
time I looked, it has a first half.
That's an indie darling for sure, and the trailers
March
do look
22.
really good.
Definitely.
Lots of people talking about that one too.
Yeah.
Excited for that one.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Second indie I'm really excited for is going to be Wizard with a Gun.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
I think both going to be some strong indie games. I think I
yeah, that's cool.
want to fly
Wizard with
under
a
the
Gun.
radar of some popular games and get some good indie games in right now.
Well, here's the thing that with this whole setup with Fantasy Critic is indie games might not get as many reviews as the bigger games, and so sometimes those indie games only get like 4 or not 4 or 5, but just a lot significantly less. And so if it's a good indie game, it's probably going to only get those positive reviews as opposed to a game that gets reviewed by like 30 plus outlets. There's a much higher variance. So that's a legit strategy. So
Yeah, I like that.
good on my boy.
I was worried you were
Now-
going to pick Have a Nice Death.
I do. That game looks really cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm excited
honestly
for that.
forgot that game existed. Not gonna lie, so wasn't gonna take it. All right, and your boy is back, and unfortunately, this is not how I expected my draft to go, but I got a theme going on with my name, and I gotta keep it going. So. I'm gonna go with another game that might not release this sweet year, but they can't possibly not
Oh my god.
release
Oh
all
my god.
3 of these games. It's Splatoon
Oh my God.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I cannot
wow.
believe you're doing this.
This is the balls. The
Wow.
balls on this man.
Dude, if Nintendo doesn't release 2 of those 3, it's a bad year for them. They need 2 of those 3 to release this year.
I don't know.
'Cause
They've
if
got a new
not-
Pokemon game coming out.
But I don't.
Yeah, who's putting that on the list?
That's a whole conversation in itself. That would be a potential counter pick for me. I don't know how that one's gonna review. I mean, I think
Yeah.
being Pokemon, I'd be surprised if it was below an 80. But I don't know. I don't know. That's tough to say with that. So
I don't know. That game, the Arceus is so different that they could just really mess it up. They
yeah.
could really mess it up. It's not Nintendo. It's Game Freak. You know, it's published by Nintendo, but is not made by Nintendo.
yeah, that's right. I am a little bit disappointed because right now my team is Breath of the Wild 2, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, and Sifu. And one pick away from me was Kirby. I could have had a full Nintendo roster, and then I really would have been screwed because I would have had to keep picking them from them, and that could be bad.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Well, the hard thing is that Kirby's the only good game on that list, so I just want to make sure I got it.
I don't know about that, my guy. I don't know about that.
Fighting
Okay,
word.
you be hard. What do you got for your 4th pick, Christian?
So I'm actually between 2 games right now. This is actually a pretty difficult choice. We just named one, Arceus, and there's another one that I really want to pick, but I am so not certain that it's coming out this year that it's making it difficult for me. But I think I'm going to go for it anyway because of my just slight uncertainty about Arceus. So instead, another game that we know almost nothing about, but from an absolutely beloved franchise. My next pick is Hogwarts Legacy. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Ooh, bad pick.
Oh, we'll
Oh,
see.
crap,
We'll see.
dude.
We'll see.
Holy
pick.
God.
Counter pick out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that one.
It's
We'll see.
Belliamas, dude.
Get ready for a
Obliviate.
2022 release, boys, and a beloved franchise getting their own game.
Yes.
Expecto Patronum. Holy crap.
Dude.
Maybe it's just a heart pick. You know, I just want it. I just want it this year, and I want it to be good.
You're
You
willing
gotta
it
go
into
with your heart.
existence. I
Yes,
get that.
every
Listen.
once in a while.
In defense for Christian, Harry Potter fans are crazy. If that game is even half as good, they're gonna freaking love it. Like, I'm just
the
saying
stats-
that.
Do they own
The stats are
video
against you.
games? That's the question.
54% pick rate on Fantasy Critic. 54% pick rate. 52.6% counter pick.
Wow.
Dang.
It's fine. I'm a 50-50 kind of guy.
The other thing is there's no precedent for, like, I might step on some weird toes here, but there's no precedent for, like, a really good Harry Potter game before. So,
You're gonna step on
That's-
some toes. There's those
yeah.
GameCube games that people love.
well, I know, like,
That's
I
true,
think,
those
I think
were
it's
good.
Chamber of Secrets, the PC Chamber of Secrets game. People like love that game, but I don't know. I'm just saying, there's not a whole lot of great Harry Potter video games, so that to me
I
is a
think
little worrying.
I could have saved it, but I really didn't want it to slip through my fingers. That was one of those ones that you're like just kind of
I can
afraid
appreciate
somebody's
that.
going to
You,
take it.
you
from
don't want to
Yeah.
you don't want to have a Kirby in the Forgotten Land experience.
Right,
like I did.
exactly. Yeah.
Immediate regret. The pick later, I have immediate regret. All right, here we go. CD Projekt Garrett, what's your fourth pick?
Something I really want to succeed. I want to see this game series take a positive turn for the last release. And I think this is it. I'm picking Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Ooh, good
Ooh,
I
that's
want
good.
to
Good pick.
see. I want to see the face for this studio. I think
pick. Yeah, I agree. I think this could be. I mean, if anybody's been watching the Co-op Bros lately,
Yeah, literally.
I do think that this is looking to be a really good Borderlands game. So I do think it could potentially give the series the little boost that it needs right now. So, good pick. All right, Gabe, finish off round 4 for us. What do you got?
All right. This is tough. We're getting to that point where, like, I don't know, you know. So this is gonna be a little bit of a stab in the dark for me, but I'm gonna go for it. Okay. So last year I played. Actually, no, I think it was the year before that. Maybe 2 years ago now. I played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and that was a great game that a lot of people loved and did a lot of really cool stuff. And that trailer for Hellblade: Senua's Saga was pretty dope. So I'm betting there's no release date on it right now, but I'm betting that it's coming out, and it's a game that I'm gonna play, and kind of on the same vein as Christian, I believe in. So gotta snag it for myself.
Does it have any release date at all? Is there any like 2022 at all on it?
They've said 2022. That's about it.
Yeah,
So
Interesting.
I think it can happen.
That's risky.
Don't
I
let that
think it
discourage you, Gabe.
We'll see.
Well, Gabe, you are all of a sudden you're the Xbox guy. You have 3 out of 4 of your games are Xbox exclusives right now. So
yeah, I mean, hey,
what do you
I'm
got with your
trying
fifth pick then? Start the fifth pick off with a Xbox game maybe.
Game
Not a whole
Pass,
lot of
Game
good ones
Pass. Okay, let's see what else I can get on here. Shoot, dude.
I know it's getting kind of hard because
It is getting
it's at
hard.
this point where it's like,
You guys didn't get deep lists.
oh, I have
I
deep,
know.
I have deep pockets.
If
Jake.
you're worried about picks, you don't have enough deep picks.
No, it's more so. I'm using right now. I have their like hype factor list, and we just have taken a lot of the ones off the top, and so I'm just scrolling a little bit more, and it's scaring me a little bit more. But I got plenty of picks.
I'm trying to
All right, here we
decide
go.
when I
Here we go.
need to pull the trigger on stuff I want.
Yeah, that's the
versus
other thing is
the
it's
risky
really
pick.
hard to predict when you guys are going to pick something because there's
Yeah.
definitely games that I'm like, oh yeah, I want that on my team, but it's like I have no idea when or if you guys would pick it.
So I don't have any co-op games on there right now. So I gotta throw a co-op.
Wait, sir, you have Elden Ring on there.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
guess that's true. That's true.
Only
The
our
best
most
co-op game.
anticipated co-op game of the year. But other than that,
You're
you have
right.
no co-op games.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so maybe a more in-your-face co-op game. A game that was actually intended for last year, so I'm kind of feeling good about putting it on my list right now. Gotham Knights.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was coming up soon for me.
So,
pick.
and I'm calling Batgirl. That's who I'm playing as.
Just call him Batgirl. Now,
You heard it here
there's
first,
obviously
folks.
there's the risk of if it comes out or not. There's that's obviously inherently there. But then this is made. So this is where this game gets interesting to me because it's made by WB Montreal, I'm pretty sure, and they made the second Arkham game, Arkham City, right? And I think that one was the one that reviewed the worst, and so there's a little bit of pressure on them to get this one right because
I'm more excited
Rocksteady
for Knights
is making
than I am
something else, and that they have a little bit of a better track record. I know what you're about to say. What I'm about to say as well. I mean, you just both don't want to say it, maybe.
I'm more excited for
they
Knights
did
than I
Arkham
am for
Origins.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, more excited. Yeah, Suicide Squad is being made by Rocksteady, and they have a little bit of a better track record. So.
But I like Gotham Knights more.
I feel the exact same. Where I'm more excited for Gotham Knights, but I feel like there's more risk involved there. Like that game.
Yeah.
Was,
So I'm
like,
reading that
Gotham
now
Knights
that
is such, like, a huge series. It's gonna do. Come back.
it is due. That's for sure. That's for sure.
It's gonna be a tough.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We got CD Projekt Get Wrecked. Garrett, what's your fifth pick?
Taking it back to my roots, I'm gonna pick. I don't know if this counts as like a against the rules, but let me know if it does. I'm picking Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Dude, definitely does not. Definitely does not.
No, it's such a good pick.
It's such a.
That is
I
a
feel like
good pick.
that could be the safest pick in this draft.
That is
It
such
really
a good
could.
pick.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
honestly, I'm gonna play that. I got that's
High
like a sleeper hit
time.
for me.
Hi, let me sell your game for you, Garrett, to everyone else.
Okay, go
Just
for it.
believe in it.
The floor is yours.
High time for nostalgia glasses. Lego Star Wars games, insane. They're gonna add some really nice functionality, some really cool co-op. That game is going to be at least 9 out of 10.
I believe that.
Those games are good, and to have them in HD on whatever new console you want is going to be incredible. That was in my next rotation of picks, and I am pissed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that, like I think I said at the beginning, I think that could be the safest pick in the draft. I can't see that getting below an 8 unless it's just totally screwed up. I guess it is a little because it's different than the other Lego Star Wars games, but still, it's like Jake said, the nostalgia glasses are there. It's been so long that I think people are going to be really into it. Okay, Christian, fifth pick, Ubihar. What do you got?
Guys, I cannot believe it. Actually, I was able to swing this hard. That
What
you
a
guys
way to
took
come out.
This long to take this game. I mean, for real, this was like number maybe 8 on my list, and it still hasn't been picked.
I think I know
If
what you're
you
gonna say.
think that this game is not getting good reviews, then I either did a good job of convincing you, or you're just a complete skeptic. All right. So my next pick is Pokemon
Ooh.
Legends Arceus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys,
Dang.
it's Pokemon. What?
That was-
How is it?
That was the other pick in my next rotation.
Guys,
Enough said.
yeah, it's enough said.
It's a good pick.
That's
Yeah.
a good pick.
And
I honestly,
I'm
I
so
want to be
surprised.
optimistic. I want to
I'm
be optimistic.
surprised. I'm surprised you picked Hogwarts Legacy over Pokemon Legends Arceus. But
That is pretty
It
wild,
is.
actually.
I got both. Of them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm only mad
think-
about one of them.
I think that's nice for one reason. That's going to be probably the first game to get reviewed on anybody's list right here, and I like that feeling of
Actually, no,
being
Dying
ahead
Light.
to start off the year. This Pokemon Legend Arceus comes out in less than 2 weeks, dude. That's crazy.
Oh wow, you're
That's
right.
crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. That is crazy.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it has to get at least an 80-ish score. It's Pokemon. So I
It's
don't
you're
know
definitely
why,
gonna
but
come out
everybody.
positive.
I just feel like because of Sword and Shield, everybody is so weirdly down on the franchise, and this is such a turn in a different direction. And then some of the trailers were it's a very weird game, very weird vibes surrounding Pokemon Legends Arceus. But who knows?
It's a big risk because it's so different than the normal, the nostalgic Pokemon that's taken us from like the beginning of my gaming career to now. This is the first time that I've been like, whoa, they're changing things. And
That's true.
It's a risk, but I'm really excited for the risk because I think that you're right. I think a middling score is 70, right? And like, there's no way that I think it drops below that unless they completely drop the ball.
I agree.
Okay, I got what I'm gonna call my most boring pick of the draft, but one that's probably gonna help save me later on. I'm gonna regret it now because I don't have any hot takes on it. I don't even like picking it, but I do think it'll review well. Despite that, it is Gran Turismo 7.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
It's
this
gonna
is
review
like-
well. It's gonna review well.
This
Yeah,
is the
it-
guy that played Forza Horizon. So hey.
I have zero interest in playing this because that's the whole thing. You know, Forza Horizon is the friendly racer, and Gran Turismo is not. It's the Forza Motorsport, right? Forza Motorsport's the other half of that series, and so I have zero interest in playing this game. But
Listen,
these games always review well because the people that review them are people that are obsessed with cars and like getting the tire pressure right, and so. Yeah, I think it's an easy pick. I just didn't like it because I have no interest in playing this. So, but that's what's got to be sometimes. Alrighty, Jake, finish up the 5th round. What do you got?
The theme for this rotation is risky picks.
Ooh,
theming.
risky
I love the
Jake. Yeah, I like the theming too.
We got the theming. The theme is risky picks. I don't know which one's riskier, but I think the riskier one I'll go with first. And these are both games I'm very excited for, no matter what the release date is, and it's just a deep hope in my heart these come out. Baldur's Gate 3.
That's
Dang.
a good pick.
Can you pick that one? It's an early access.
Oh, counter
You
picking
can.
that.
You
so
can.
hard.
It's,
Baldur's
the
Gate
release
3.
date is
What?
TB. Oh wait.
It's
It
an
is
early
Currently in
in-
early access. It's currently in early access.
Oh, I can't pick it?
Yeah, no, it's
Can't pick it now.
right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
All
could.
right.
It's one that we could pick up later, but we can't pick up right now.
Ooh.
I'll play it with you.
Yeah,
Jake.
good point, Garrett. Thank you, Garrett. Because I was kind of thinking in my head, is like, that's been in early access for forever, but it didn't click in my head that that's something we can't do. So, ooh, Jake, now you're on the spot. Actually, you had
All
another
right,
pick ready.
I have another pick. My other risky pick is Silksong.
Silk Song.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was
Those are
there
both
was a
very
leak.
risky.
There was a leak when God of War got announced for PC, and part of that same leak, since God of War for PC has been confirmed, was that Silksong has a 2022 release date.
Yeah, I mean, it's been. It feels like it needs to come out this year.
It
feels like
it's going to be 3 years.
That's how I feel about so many games where it's like it needs to come out this year, right? But
Yeah, honestly.
But another huge potential for a fan base that is so just so entranced
That
in their
game is
game
so
to be
good.
disappointed.
yeah, I get what you're
Because
saying. But
Hollow
the
Knight
fan
original
base,
is amazing,
but reviewers, critics, I feel like
right?
have the opposite pressure of where it's like Hollow Knight was like a 10 out of 10 game. Hollow Knight Silksong better get reviewed well too. You know what I mean?
It will.
So
Yeah.
I
it
trust.
has to get reviewed well, even
All
if
right,
it's not as good as
significantly
Hollow Knight,
less
it will.
risky, significantly less interesting. I'm going to pick Redfall. I think
Yeah.
Cool.
Arcane
I was waiting
Studios.
for that.
I think
waiting
Arcane
for that.
Studios has made some really good games, and Redfall looks like a little bit of a departure, at least in theme, from their past games. And I think it'll kind of just go up there with the other good Arcane games. Dishonored, Deathloop did a really good job in 2021. I
Yeah,
think Redfall's
Arcane is on
a
the up
safe
right
pick.
now.
And I think
Arcane is on the
Redfall
up.
I'm surprised you guys didn't pick it yet. So
This is
a
why,
late
in my
round,
head, I
but-
don't want to pick it, is because Arcane is so good. And because of that, I think they do have a little bit of a critic's bias, where it's like, oh, an Arcane game, we have to review that really well. But I'm afraid that it is such a departure, gameplay-wise, because now it's a 4-player co-op game that's just not what they've been doing. And so I could see where maybe people will be like, oh, they should go back to what they're good at, like that kind of thing. That's the only reason.
still qualifies for my risky category.
Yeah, so I do think
Yeah.
there's a little bit of risk. I
That's
don't
the
think there's a
theme.
risk for a release date because, like I said,
Yeah.
in our upcoming games, it's summer 2022. So I'd be really
Yeah.
surprised if that gets pushed to 2023. And that brings your boy back. I have 2 games that I want to pick really bad. One Nintendo, one not. Both close to my heart.
Well, I think we all know what you're gonna do.
No, I'm not gonna do that anymore. No. Well, because what I said pretty much gave it away. Gabe, what do you think the Nintendo game is? Take a wild stab.
Definitely gonna be Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
No, it's not. Oh, I did not finish the first Mario Rabbids. Oh, I think if that comes out this year, it'll review well. And it is supposed to come out this year, but that's not my pick. That is not my pick. I'm gonna go with my non-Nintendo one, and hope that the other one is still around. Because I could see my boy Gabe picking this up if he remembers it, and I think he will. Hey guys, this is Andrew in post. Because our audio cut out, I'm going to fill you in and let you know I picked Stray right here, the game about a post-apocalyptic robot world where you play as a really cute cat, and the game looks beautiful. It's produced by Annapurna. They get out bangers all the time, despite what Christian's about to say to me at some point in this podcast episode. So there you have it. Stray was my pick. Now let's get back to the show.
I'm really disappointed because here's what just happened. I was between two games, one of them being Stray. I was going, okay, I either pick this game or I pick Stray, and I go and I watch the Stray trailer on the side. Like, dang.
Oh, dang.
I forgot how pretty this game is. I forgot that it's made by Annapurna. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this game. I'm definitely picking Stray instead. And then I made that stupid comment, and now you pick the non-Nintendo game. And
you're right.
The game that I'm going to have to pick instead is a complete disappointment to me because I have absolutely no love or care in my heart for this type of game, for the series, for anything surrounding it. I'm not putting on a voice effect as I pick Triangle Strategy.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Good pick.
That's a good pick.
It's a points pick, and it's not a heart pick, and it's disappointing. But
I'm a little upset with that one. That is a back pocket pick for me.
Same.
What the hell is that name? It's so boring.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "You're joking. That's actually what you're naming this game."
Octopath was sitting at like a 86, 87 on OpenCritic.
Really?
Yeah.
I was literally looking that up right now because, Octopath, 84 on OpenCritic.
It's a solid pick.
So I'm sorry for people that love Octopath and love those kind of Japanese RPGs, but they're just not for me.
Well, Triangle Strategy is interesting because it's a tactics game, and it's going off of Final Fantasy Tactics. And Final Fantasy Tactics is a game I've always wanted to play. It looks really cool. Yeah. And I think people love Final Fantasy Tactics. So, I think Triangle Strategy will potentially review higher than Octopath. And Octopath was not a perfect game by any means, so...
I know we have 15 games total, and I keep kind of forgetting that, but 3 out of my 7 right now are releasing by March, and I'm like, I'm gonna know my scores pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think that's nice, actually.
Yeah,
especially when you have Hogwarts Legacy.
Got all year for that to release, you know?
Yeah, exactly. All right, CD Projekt Get Wrecked, Gator. The Gator is your name on here, and it's throwing me off. Garrett, what do you got?
A quick question. The points column in this list, that's like the total achievable points, right, per game?
So you're looking at the open... Yeah, I think, it's an estimation.
They're projected.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So, games are going to be scored equivalently based on their... more famous games get more points? Is that...
Well, I think, for instance, at the top... I mean, you got Elden Ring was the number 1 game because you know it's coming out this year and you know it's going to review well. So that's why it was easily the number 1 pick. But that's why games like Breath of the Wild 2 and God of War Ragnarok are also up there as a top 5 pick because they might not come out this year. They're said to come out this year at least, but also they're going to review well. And that's why a game I think Hollow Knight is a little bit lower. And then when you get even farther down, you got Pokemon's Legend Arceus is farther down. And so I think there's always 2 factors. There's, is it going to release this year? And then is it going to review well? So I think that's how they get the projections.
Gotcha. Okay. I got an interesting one. I don't think any of you may have expected this one to come. I'm going to pick Kerbal Space Program 2.
Kerbal Space Program 2.
Kerbal Space Program. That's a great pick.
Good pick.
That is a good pick. I feel like a lot of people are going to like that, so. I did not expect that.
I typed in Purple Space Program because I had never heard of it. I was like, Purple Space Program. Kerbal Space Program.
Sell us on it.
Could you tell us about that, Garrett? Because I don't know about that one.
It's like a
I know a little bit.
space travel simulator. You're making your own goals for yourself, trying to get off Earth, trying to orbit the moon, trying to orbit the moon and Mars. Just trial and error. It's addictive. It's so well done. It's so good. It's scored very, very high. The first one, and I think the second one will. No official release date, but it says.
Yeah, I think those kinds of games. Those kinds of games, like obviously comes to mind is Microsoft Flight Simulator. That game reviewed like crazy good. I think IGN gave it a 10. So yeah, I can see this.
It's it's the same energy.
It's not an exciting one in my mind, like Gran Turismo 7, but I think it'll review super well. So good pick.
Good pick.
All right, Gabe, this is the last pick of the draft. That kind of it feels like there's so much more to still do. Which means that this is the game that you think that essentially once we get off here, we can start paying money for more games. Yeah, because you still have 8 games. We could get off of this right now and start putting in money for games, obviously for the next Saturday. So this is one that you want to make sure you're not risking losing it in a money bid. So just keep that.
I feel that
as you go into this last round.
All right, well, to follow up on my DC pick, I'm gonna go for it. I gotta pick up Suicide Squad, which is on our co-op list. So I'm a big DC person. I think Rocksteady is gonna land a banger with this one.
Yeah, that to me for this round was the game I wanted to get. I wanted to be sure I got if it was available, it would have been Suicide Squad for me. So great pick, Kate.
And then this is my last pick, right?
No, you're done.
That was your last pick.
That was my last pick. I don't.
7 picks. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, you're right. You finished round 6 and now you're in round 7. My bad. So yeah, you get one more pick.
Okay, so this is interesting. I'm between a couple games. There's a couple games that I'm like, I don't know if you guys are gonna pick this up on this round. So it's like, do I want to go for it now, or do I want to?
It's time for a heart pick. It's time for a heart pick.
Yeah, go with your heart, buddy. Go with your heart.
Okay. Let me see. Have I picked this yet?
Let me see. What's my heart say?
What does my heart say? All right. I'm just gonna go for it. I got time to bid other stuff anyway. So, I haven't played this game, but I've been wanting Andrew to play this game for a long time, and it's called The Forest. So it already came out, right?
That's your
and
heart
they're doing.
Pick, dude.
That's my heart pick. They're doing a sequel called Sons of the Forest, and I'm planning on forcing anybody on this call to play either of those two games. Either of those 2 games this year, please. So, The Forest actually reviewed kind of well. Top Critic reviews were 81 on OpenCritic. And I feel like it has and IGN gave it an 8.4. So actually Game Informer gave it a 9. So I think this one can improve on some of maybe the lesser elements of the first one. And yeah, so I'll be looking forward to both of them.
That's not only a heart pick, but I think now knowing what The Forest reviewed at, I think that's a hard pick and a good pick at the same time, buddy. So
thank you everybody.
Yep, I think that was a personal pick, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, CD Projekt Get Wrecked. Garrett, what do you got for your last pick?
Final pick.
Well, this is
it.
I think I'm also going to go with
the hearts.
I'm
the cards are with us.
With the flip side of the Warhammer universe, Warhammer 40k, Dark Tide. I love Vermin. I love what Fast Arc has done with Vermintide, and I think it'll transfer well to the 40k universe, but hopefully it does.
I think I talked about it in the list video, and there's not a lot of footage for it, and it's an early 2022 game. But the little tiny footage that there is, it looks visually, it looks really good. I was very surprised by that.
I'm looking forward to playing that game again with anybody on this call.
All right, Christian, what do you got for your last pick?
I'm going with a heart pick. This could be a counter pick, and I'm not afraid of that. When I saw this trailer, it was one of the most interesting trailers of that showcase. I don't want to lose out on this game being on my list. And so to be picking, I'll do the voice again for it. Little Devil Inside.
That is in fact a risky pick.
It's a risky pick, but it's been being worked on for a long time now. I think that it could definitely come out this year. It's a game that I think it looks really, really interesting, and they did do a gameplay trailer recently that at least shows something that they've been doing. So I think it's coming out.
That's a good pick. I respect that. Honestly, Christian has solidified his position as the riskiest person on this league. But if he wins, if he comes out on top, that'd be pretty good.
I'm not the riskiest person here.
I think Andrew is
Splatoon 3 on my list.
I think Bayonetta 3 is going to come out.
And Stray.
Stray's coming out this year. Although I guess you're saying from a critic's perspective, you don't think it's going to review well.
It's just risky.
I just think Annapurna is all like everything they publish reviews well. So. Okay.
Christian's swinging for the fences. That's what I'm saying. He's just
Thanks, guys.
Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy. That's amazing.
All right.
Yeah, everything reviews really well. Like Solar Ash. Came out and reviewed like super, super well. And 12 Minutes. That game came out and reviewed like super, super well. That was like
you're a dirty, dirty dog. You are.
Outer Wilds. I mean, that was really good. So you got one at least. I mean.
Got one. Okay. All right. I will say in your risky favor that Hogwarts Legacy I do think is the riskiest game picked. There are still so many good games. I'm kind of revealing my strategy here, but I want to get off this and immediately put in some bids. I don't want to fill out my team early on in the year, but like there's a few spots I think I could fill and feel really good about it. So the question is, of course, do I go with a heart pick or do I not go with a heart pick? And
heart pick.
Everybody's been doing heart picks. I will only do a heart pick if Jake guarantees he does a heart pick.
Define heart pick for me.
A game that's close to your heart.
It means because it still could be one that you think is really good, but like you for sure like this is a game that is close to your heart
that you want to play. It's not for points; it's for heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games I want to play. The games I want to play are in early access. And I can't pick them.
I'll go heart pick. Which
I'll go spicy.
Okay. Here's my heart pick. Gabe, can you guess what my heart pick is? I wonder if you can guess.
Let me see here.
Sonic Frontiers, baby. Sonic Frontiers. Yes, dude.
What are you getting that from? Oh man. I have it pulled up, but just for the audience, they can't see what I have pulled up right now. Only I can. So.
Okay, I don't know. Man, I don't know.
I don't think it's a bad pick. I just know it's also a heart.
Ollie World?
No, but that's on my deep pockets list. That is one that maybe I'll go put a little bit on it after this. No, it is Advanced Wars Reboot Camp. Come
on.
Nice.
I forgot about that.
I think that's gonna review well because it's been so long, and I think visually they look interesting. I just heard people say that like visually it looks, man. I think it looks kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, I just think it'll review probably around an 80-ish. I'd be super surprised if it was below that. And yeah, I love the Advanced Wars game. So
I should have known it. I'm disappointed in myself.
I was surprised you didn't guess it because I hinted at it earlier when I said it's a Nintendo franchise that means a lot to me, and I know you know I love Advanced Wars. So
it's true.
All right, here we go. The last pick of our draft goes to Jake, and it's a spicy one. Jake, just how spicy is it?
10 spicy.
10 spicy.
Oh dang. Chorizo.
I'm picking Sonic
Chorizo?
Wait, did you say you're picking Sonic Frontiers?
I'm picking Sonic Frontiers.
Yes!
Oh my God.
In the same vein as Legends Arceus, which I say Arceus. So in the same vein as Legends Arceus and Kirby, the last Sonic game that came out, it was Sonic Mania, right? One of the best Sonic games in a long time.
So good.
If Sega and the Sonic team have learned anything from the past 5 years, they probably put those guys hopefully on the team to make Sonic Frontiers, and it's going to be innovative. And I recognize that it's a spicy pick, and I don't even know if I fully trust myself. And if I get counterpicked, I deserve it.
Yeah, that's an easy counterpick for sure. Now, okay.
I gotta pull up the league so I can see everyone's counter picks.
Yeah, so everybody go and pull up the league on your phones or something. What do you got to say, Christian?
I was just gonna say, good picks all around, boys. Good picks.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, that was a really good
draft.
pick.
Amazing draft.
I'm very
So
impressed.
everybody get it pulled up. While you get it pulled up, let me explain. Well, actually, first, I got to give a take on Sonic Frontiers. What are we doing here? It's risky in both ways. First off, I'd be so surprised if this came out this year. It's right now. It is listed as a holiday 2022. I don't know. And then on top of that, I mean, this isn't okay because I love Sonic Adventure Battle 2. That is so much nostalgia for me. I love that game. But is there actually ever been a 3D Sonic game that reviewed well? I don't know if there has been. That's reviewed above a 70.
It's high time.
I guess.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I guess.
There's a lot riding on this because I mean, even look at like Sonic is just kind of having a moment in like culture right now, even with the movies. So
True.
this is kind of time for it's a Sonic comeback. It's Sonic year.
Yeah.
Sonic Mania was not as big as a mainline Sonic game usually is.
Mhm.
Or
And
has
it was
been.
amazing. It was so good. I love Sonic.
And if Sonic Frontiers can capture like a little bit of Sonic Mania success, I think this is a good pick.
I think the problem with that is there's been a 3D Sonic game between Sonic Mania and now, and it didn't review well. So I don't think they
That's
learned
true.
is the problem. Okay, anyway, let's move on from Sonic. Okay, so spicy pick. Just so we know, because I don't know if we clarified this early on before or even when we started, the spicy picks. Once someone has a spicy pick on them, Gabe, and you might need to confirm this because maybe I don't know. I think we can only do one spicy pick. Call it spicy pick. Counter pick. You can't like Christian can't have 3 counter picks on him. Like once he gets a counter pick on him, he's done. So by the time it comes back up to you, because Jake gets first counter pick, it's still Snake. By the time it gets up to Gabe, he's gonna only have one roster to pick from for that counter pick. Am I right, Gabe?
Yeah, let me pull up the rules here because I don't even know.
Well, that's our rule. The spicy
Yeah,
part
let's
of it
do
is
it
our
our
rule. But I think that makes sense. I don't think that like someone should end up with 4 counter picks and then
ready
they
to
like
hit the
are
button.
stuck with it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
just my thought.
that's the official rule then. We all in agreement. You can't have more than one counter pick on you.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that makes sense because I mean, otherwise then you're
that
gonna
makes
get
the most
screwed.
sense. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Jake, you get the first counter pick.
Starfield.
You have the whole field open to you, and he goes
Starfield.
immediately for Starfield.
Starfield. I've established myself as the Starfield hater. I have to follow through. Starfield.
All right,
I
Starfield's
take
the
it.
first counter pick. I'm super happy you went with that because this feels really easy. And I'm gonna go with Hogwarts Legends.
Okay,
Hogwarts
I thought you were gonna
Legacy.
say
Hogwarts
Sonic
Legacy.
Frontiers. I was like, I can't count.
No, that'd be my second counter pick. But Hogwarts Legacy, I just do not see that game coming out this year. I wanted to, and I'm sad that I'm doing this and not believing it.
Whoa,
but-
wait! But there is something actually coming. There's kind of something positive to it. I didn't even think about the third Fantastic Beast movie is coming out this year. So if Warner Bros. Is smart, they can coincide those releases together and get that Harry Potter vibe going. Not only that, but earlier this year on January 1st was the Harry Potter 20th anniversary.
Yep.
Honestly, that's
I get-
this could. They're
I get that, I
doing
get
some
that.
stuff.
I just
So-
don't. I don't know. I can see the
Garrett's-
really just being.
Garrett's got the
delaying.
hardest list of counter pick. Let me say that before we.
Here's the thing, guys. I think that our Harry Potter. I love your Harry Potter theories. I think it's great. If you notice, there's a little subtle detail that you almost got to, is that the title of the Fantastic Beasts movie is Dumbledore's Secret, and the secret is that he knows the release date, and it's in 2022. Yeah, exactly.
And you have Dumbledore's ear at your disposal, apparently.
Say it again. Say it again. Oh yeah.
From the grave.
It's a lot.
All right, that's funny. Okay, here we go. We are
Okay.
on to. So Christian's list is out, and not Jake's. Who? Wait, Where did- Gabe's list is out. So between Jake, so Garrett, you're up next, right? No,
No,
wait,
I'm up.
Christian, you're up next. You have to
Christian.
choose between me, Jake, and Garrett. So good luck.
I think you have a pretty good list there, Andrew. I don't think I really want to pick anything from yours because I honestly, as much as I want to pick Breath of the Wild 2, I don't think I'm going to.
Well, if it does come
I'm
out, that's like a
Exactly,
huge amount of
right.
points against you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. So I think I'm going to take, I think there's 2 picks that are relatively safe, in my opinion, right this moment. Sonic Frontiers is one of them. And honestly, Tiny Tina could be like could be rough.
That could be bad. That's true.
It could be a rough game.
Mhm.
I think that's the one from his list. Looking at Garrett, looking at your list, that I would say, not so sure. But I think I'm going to go with the franchise that has not made a turn in quite some time, and I think I'm going to lock in Sonic Frontiers as my counter pick.
That's the
It's
right
a
one.
late game.
I'm committed.
And it could be a bad game.
Committed.
I love it.
Almost just clicked something before.
It's stuck to the list. That's the thing.
I can't believe that is stuck on your list, dude.
Get ready to be wrong, boys.
I hope so.
Get ready to edit this clip right here to make you look like a huge idiot on December 31st, 2021. Yep. Hey,
you know how you can timestamp YouTube videos? Gabe should just timestamp that moment that Christian will feel
what's
like
up,
an
Co-op
idiot.
Bros fam? This is Jacob Perlo coming to you from January 16th saying, I made a mistake. Sonic Frontiers was a bad game, and I shouldn't have picked it.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so Garrett, you are locked in at having to pick from my list because the only two lists left are my list and your list. You can't pick from your own, so you have to pick from mine, and I'm just going to say it. I think my list is not a good one to pick from because the three that you'd pick are the three Nintendo games, and if they come out, I think they would all for sure at least get an 80. So
which programmer is your?
He's
What was that?
Nintendo.
I'm Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo.
Let me take a look. My phone died. I got
Firm release date.
Your phone died? Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, read it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it out loud. Here we go. I got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Sifu, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Gran Turismo 7, Stray, and Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp.
I have a little detail here. One of those games doesn't even have an official title.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild 2 is not its
If
official
you
title.
counterpick Breath of the Wild 2, first off, do it. I don't care. If you counterpick that, it's gonna be the highest rated game of this year. I'm saying it. Other than maybe Elden Ring, I think it's the highest rated game of this year, and that's like 20 plus points against you. So yes, it could not come out, but if it does, you're screwed. I don't think that's the one to counterpick. I know which one I would counterpick, and it's not that.
Are you aware Advance Wars remake?
It is a remake.
We can pick that.
But
We can pick
it's a
that.
full
Remake is
remake.
fine.
Yeah. Not
Not
a
remaster.
remaster, it's a remake.
That's
Yeah.
good. I think.
I think my opinion is Splatoon 3. That game, like Splatoon 2 was like, okay.
But it
It
reviewed
had a
well.
good rating.
Yeah.
It had a really good rating. It was like 90. Or close to it.
Maybe it's a
Yep.
personal thing.
I'm looking it up right now.
Rating. I don't
Stray,
think
that's what I would have picked
it's
too.
gonna do well. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do well.
That would be on my list. That would be the game that I would have locked up. Not because I think it's not going to do well, but yeah, I think you can't lock up the Nintendo games because it would come back to bite you. And I do
Definitely
think
not.
that they're going to release those 3 games. And so yeah, I would go with Stray on my
That
list.
Annapurna track record, it's just.
Get out of here, dude. Splatoon 2 had an 83. It would have scored an 83. So that's what Splatoon.
That's
2
pretty
got.
good.
And
That's
then
pretty good.
I'm gonna just look up just while we're thinking about it. Bayonetta 2, that got a 91. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think it was either Stray or Sifu, because Sifu we just don't know that much about, but it's backed by so much that
Seafood looks
it's like-
good. That's
it does look good.
that would have been a bad counterpick.
All right, so
pick,
Gabe,
Garrett.
you've got a tough pick here because you have to go from Garrett's list, and
Yep.
Garrett's list is almost all guarantees to come out. I would say.
Yeah.
I don't think
He
any
has
of
a
these games
very
aren't
middle.
coming out.
He has a very, other than like Forbidden West, I feel like Garrett has a very like safe middle of the road
Mhm.
pick. That's
I know what I would pick if I was going for Garrett.
So right now, this isn't my official option, but right now I'm thinking of Kerbal Space Program 2 because Kerbal Space Program 1 reviewed as an 81. So I mean that's not a bad score, but like I don't know.
Okay.
I feel, like I don't know if the other games like Dying Light 2 maybe, Total
Okay,
Warhammer
wait.
3 that's a banger, Forbidden West that's a banger, Tiny Tina's maybe, but I'm kind of rooting that it's gonna do well. So
Yeah,
I
of
don't
course you
know.
want to root for it, but wait, let's look up. I'm looking up Borderlands 3. They got an 80.
Yeah, so that or Borderlands. See, but that or Kerbal. So I don't know. I could see Kerbal getting like around an 80 as well. So it's like.
Wait, did we
I'll
look up what Dying Light got? That feels like that would have been my pick, bro. Is Dying Light 2. Dying Light got
Yeah,
a
but a lot of-
74.
They've learned so much over the course of the development of that game, though, because of how much they've supported
Hey, you're right.
it,
You're right.
that
You're definitely right. I agree.
I think the new one is going to release much better than the first one did.
With that in mind, I would go for Tiny Tina. And I don't feel good about it, but I think Garrett's list is really solid. And you can't go for the it's not going to release. It's too. There's nothing on there that would do it.
Garrett's got a solid list.
Yeah.
Gabe, I think that you're on the right track. I think Kerbal Space Program 1 is so beloved that I can't personally see how much or what they're going to add to 2. But that's
I think that's the thing. I see Garrett's list, and I think all of them are solid games. Like, I think all of them are. I don't think you're gonna lose any points on any of those games, honestly.
This is Andrew back in the post-editing process to fill you in because the audio dropped out again. Thank you, Craig from Discord, for messing it up on us. All you missed, though, is that Gabe ended up deciding that Tiny Tina had potential to improve, and he felt like Kerbal Space Program 2 not as much, so his counterpick on Garrett was Kerbal Space Program 2. Let's get back to the show and finish up the episode.
All right, it says the get the little notification out of there. This draft is complete. From here, you can make bids for games that were not drafted. However, you may want to hold your available budget until later in the year. I will say this is what I'll say about that, because I do think personally I am going to make some games, or I'm going to make some picks.
You're going to make some games?
I'm gonna start making some games. No,
Andrew's gonna come out with a game this year.
I do think that I'm going to make some bids this week because there's games that I want to get right away. But I definitely don't want to do too much. I think everybody should have some spots on their roster for E3 because E3 inevitably will have some games that are announced and will release this year. Just like Metroid Dread, and you don't want to miss out on the Metroid Dread of this year.
What's the so if I put in a bid on Saturday, do I lose that money, or can I retract a bid if the game's not out yet?
You can. Well, I think you lose that money, and then if you drop the game, you've lost that money because you've spent it on that game. Okay, now before we
throw a couple $1 bids on.
Yeah, you can just start throwing them out there. But once you get that game, though, Jake, you only have one drop. Other than you have 3 drops, but 2 of them are for games that are delayed for sure. So you only have one real drop. So if you just throw a bunch of $1 bids out, then you could have a full roster before you know it. So definitely got to be careful.
Tricky.
Okay, I just think this is interesting to go off of. Basically, it's points projected, so it's kind of like our rating for our draft. Before I get into it, Gabe, who do you think had the best draft? Just real quick. Based off of points projected.
Wait, where's the points projected on here? Because
don't look, because I don't want you to see. I want you guys to make a guess.
Okay, so you don't want. Okay, I'm gonna go as myself. Honestly,
okay, Gabe goes with himself. Garrett, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Gabe as well.
I go with Gabe. Christian, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with you actually.
Okay. I'm going to skip myself because I can see it. And Jake, what do you think?
I think Andrew's got a good one.
So
if
remember,
all 3 of those games come out, I think it is Andrew.
For points projected, it's assuming the game comes out. So with that said, the lowest rated one at 93.77 points projected is Jake. Second lowest with 108.61. So Jake, you were significantly behind the next
one. Significantly. What did Sonic? Sonic gives me like what? Minus 20 points?
That's probably the problem. So Garrett is at a 108.61. Third would be Gabe with a 110.94. Second would be Christian with a 115.53. And if my games land this year, I think I've won. Yeah, I'm at a 124.63 projected. Yeah. That's crazy. To see that? If you go to standings, I bet in the league you can see.
But the other part of that is that I have 8 more games to add to my list.
Advanced projections.
Yeah. All right. With that said, I was supposed to write an outro and I didn't, so this is going to be purely ad lib. I think that was this was super fun. I really enjoyed it. It was just fun just sitting here talking games with you guys. And so we really appreciate you guys putting the time in, because what the viewer doesn't know is this took about, what time is it? This took 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. So
Had some technical difficulties, but we got through. And so we really appreciate you guys. We appreciate you playing games with us this year, and we're excited to see all the games we get to play together. And to finish it, I also want to say that we are playing for something. Gabe is the only one who knows what that something is, and we'll leave it as a surprise. Gabe will surprise us at the end of the year. If he ends up winning, that'll be disappointing, but that's fine. But there is a trophy potentially at the end of the year. We just don't know what yet. So with that said, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching back home with the viewers, and may the best game publisher win. Golf clap.
Let's go.
All right, sweet. Good job, guys. That was like I said, that was super fun. I really
My
enjoyed it.
Starfield
I'm
has
very
a
impressed.
projected minus 10 points for me.
That's what Sonic Frontiers is?
No. Starfield. Since I counterpicked Starfield, it has minus 10.